Happy Sunday. I hope you can hear me. Hope it's up loud enough. Still stopped up. Something's still in the atmosphere. Don't know what this mess is. But it's not quite a cold and it's not quite allergies. So I have no idea what we're dealing with right now. I think we just had the new moon in Gemini, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's Gemini season. So either it was full or new. I don't remember. But it's still Gemini. So let me see if I can pull some energy surrounding today's energy. Well, this week's energy. That's what I'll focus on. The week. This Gemini energy this week. So I'm going to pull from the 7 oracles today. And I might do an Earthcraft oracle too. Sorry. My throat is so messed up. I'm asking for prayers and everything. I just learned that a beautiful relative of mine was found dead last week, Friday. So we're all trying to cope with that. He was sick, come to find out. But I just, I felt like he was still so young. So just praying for protection and, just some type of comfort for my family as we go through this death rites for my relative. So I'm going to pull this card, 7 energies, and just see kind of like where we are right now as a collective. Like where we are and maybe some guidance on, where we can focus our energy or, just, these cards are flying everywhere. It's like 2 and 3 coming out at one time, and I just want one card. Seriously. So let me do that again. And let's just get one card, because that's all I really need. Oh, the Rose's Kiss. Why not? I love when flowers come out, because they speak to me of our spirocyclic nature. The fact that most things are spirocyclic, right? In life. And I think flowers, the smell of flowers, the shape of them, they are healing tools. They come as healing tools to me, or tools of healing. I actually went to Lowe's and just walked around and smelled the flowers and touched the leaves. That's another nature grounding thing I like to do. And it uplifted my spirits. It made me feel better. Now, mind you, I'm going through the allergy thing. And I'm walking through all these, plants and things. But it made me feel better. So, this one, the Rose's Kiss, is about joy. I'm going to pull it up a little bit so you can see it closer. Here it is. So this is about joy, experiencing pleasure, deep satisfaction and enjoyment, desires acknowledged, and a 5-sensory reality, meaning you're using all of your senses at once to enjoy a thing, whether it's food, flowers, or whatever, right? Take a deep breath and center on feeling of joy. Center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with your innate desire to experience all life has to offer? You know how you hear people say, I'm living my best life, right? So when you're living your best life, you riding that wave, all of your senses are open. Your smell, your taste, your touch, right? Your vision. All of that is wide open, what you hear. You're only hearing the higher elevated things. You're not hearing the lower vibrational things because you're living your best life. Nothing can come in between those crevices of your best life. Nothing can block you from it. You're just spinning. Your energy centers are spinning in the correct way because they spin opposite each other at a tilt. So if your energy wheels are spinning and they're all aligned, you're living your best life, right? Pleasure is a part of life. So let yourself surrender to pleasure today or this week even. I say, why not? We got Gemini season and it's June. So I think we're finally going to feel warmth from the sun. Because it's been raining and cold in DC. It has not been warm. Our modern times often present a false ideal of how we are meant to experience the world. Because we have set up collectively in our minds and conscious collective that we are only supposed to experience pleasure at a certain time, during a certain, at a certain time, at a certain place, the way other people expect us to experience pleasure. We get bombarded with that. We get overlaid over and over again, more and more templates of how we should be, right? And how we should feel, how we should see, how we should experience anything. And it's not fair. We're humans. We have free will. Without hurting ourselves or being unsafe to someone else. We have free will, right? So, as a result of this, connections are lost and distorted by our over-reliance on technology and AI. We believe a story as soon as we see it because AI told us that. I have people literally trying to teach me or tell me about spirituality based on AI. Are you serious? Are you seriously not tapping within yourself, going within the spiral? You gonna tell me AI? And I've been at this all my life? All my life I've been on a search for truth and reality. All my life I've been the weird one. Looking for the truth in reality. Looking for the truth in spirituality. Bouncing around. Learning, growing, making mistakes. And you going to tell me AI supposed to tell, we having a whole conversation and you going to tell me you looked up something and AI told you something. So therefore I should believe it. Miss me with that bullshit. Okay? Just look around and see how few people actually maintain eye contact or even engage in conversation. They're not present. A lot of us are not present when we're speaking. I'm guilty of it as well. We're not present. And we have to put down the phone. Look in your eyes, feel, touch, taste, and experience something with our five senses. Our five senses are being robbed by AI to the point where we're going to be numb. And then we're going to self-medicate and become more numb because we're not utilizing what we're born with. Instead of tapping away at a screen, which you're probably doing now because you're in a screen watching this, pause and consider how you can make more intimate contact. I'm not shitting on AI, okay? AI is very useful, especially for folks who need medical, just certain things in life. AI is important, and I think that's what it's for. I think AI and all these advancements in technology is for folks who are less able to do things. But I guess our world is turning into folks who are less able to think for themselves. That's scary. And I'm starting to feel really alone out here because most of the world is trapped under this spell. They even the ones who are being awakened now are even further trapped because they're awakening to old paradigms, old templates, old overlays that we talked about 10 years ago. This awakening that we've been going through, we talked about 10 years ago, you got to even take that out and start fresh. Erase that and start fresh because even that was manipulated. Everything we do gets manipulated. You can even tell, even the dances we do, everything, our hair, eyes, Everything gets manipulated and overlaid. That's why your energy centers have to be in alignment, and that's why you have to tap in to your own self. This is why. Because out here, you're not going to know real from fake. Everything is going to look real to you. And it's been looking real to us. Everything that we experience has been looking real to us. And we don't even realize this is a Metatronic trick that we have been under for millennia, really. For a very, very long time. My cat is over here messing with stuff. So, I'm telling you now, just take time to, you know how you see a set of plates in the dishwasher, but you say, I'm not going to just take that plate out and use it. I'm going to scrub it again and rinse it again before I use it. Do that with all the information that's coming into you. Anything that's coming into you, anything that you think you know or learned, scrub it again and then put some light on it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're not just tapping in and regurgitating old shit that somebody's saying or something you read. Tap in. Tap into yourself and know it. Don't just believe it because you saw it from the outside in. That's not the way this works. So if you're coming at me with that type of shit, it's not going to work with me. My brain is going to automatically just tune out because now I reached another level. I've reached another level in knowing and in learning and growing. So I'm not coming with the same old thing. Matter of fact, I never really did. I've always tried to do my own thing in my own way. If it didn't come across natural, then it felt faked and contrived, like I'm trying to get you to believe what I'm saying, as opposed to me just knowing and sharing. So, when you receive the rose's kiss, your 5 senses are being activated. This is a gift. Okay? This is a gift that you are receiving. Right? It's not about you being real smart. It's not about you being the best priest trying to get in heaven. None of that. This is about you opening up your 5 senses that you were gifted with and experiencing life in that way. Right? And when you do that, you create your own reality every day. Every day you create your reality. When you're not getting up, like I get up and I go to my 9 to 5 every day, but every day I take a new route to work, right? Every day I take another book to read. Every day I use a different essential oil. Every day, I switch it up. I'm not doing the same old, right? Because if I do that, then I fall into a loop and a pattern. I'm not trying to fall into a loop and a pattern. I want to expand and make sure my energy centers are spinning opposite, tilted, and in the right direction. Every day. Every day you got to work at this. This is not a one-time hit, one-time wonder, right? Every day you're working towards the upliftment of your own spiritual self, right? They ask these, I love these questions when they say, how do your sheets feel? Every night I run in place in bed because I'm so happy to be in it. And my sheets just feel so good. And if they don't, they got to come off and I got to get fresh sheets, right? They ask, can you reach out and feel the heat and the softness of your companion or your animal nestled beside you? They said, be present to another person. See them and let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen. Don't be afraid. Yes, shield up, do all those things, but be a little open. Because when you're open, you're receiving. But make sure you're receiving the right things. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we can receive some really lower vibrational things, and then we got to work through that. So, the rose's kiss. I hope that, this reading was able to help someone out here. I love co-creating. So, this is part of that. And I really hope that you are able to pick up some really good energy for the month of June, especially this first week. A lot of powerful things in life have happened, and a lot of things are happening here in DC. So make sure that you get some sound bath healing, right? We have some different ways of getting our, you know, getting our energy cleared and in balance. So use sound. I would say sound for the month of June, since it's Black History Month, Black Music Month. So maybe get into some sound, some tones. I like listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. I love them. So, you know, every time this time of year comes around, I'll start playing their music because, you know, I like the bands from that era of time. So I'll probably, you know, listen to some Earth, Wind, and Fire today. And then I'm going to a Rasta ceremony that's honoring a woman whose husband passed away a year ago, and she passed away this year. So, you know, Rastas, we celebrate. We don't mourn. So we're going to do some chanting and some drumming and eating some Ital food today. I think that's it for me. And then prepare for work tomorrow. Prepare for work tomorrow, which I love my new job. So I'm very thankful for it. So that's it for me. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take time to do what makes you so happy. Be happy, be light, be loved. Namaste. Be Celia.